Hey friends, Steve here in Las Vegas on the Strip, heading back to the main Strip, back to the hotel. I'm down here at the Stratosphere. I just came from the top, just walked around the top, the inside and the outside. Boy, it is really breezy right now. I don't know if that's going to pick up in the camera or not, or the microphone. Let's check my walking app, and I've already walked over 11,000 steps today. So I've already gotten a big walk, a long walk, but I still have a couple of miles, I think, at least 2 miles to get back to my hotel, back to the Flamingo, which is about in the middle of the Strip. I think the Strip is about, I think they said it's about, is it 6 miles or 4 miles? No, I can't remember. So it's either 2 or 3 miles to where I'm going, since I'm around the middle. But that's okay, I'm just gonna walk slowly. I just bought a water. I forgot to bring my own water. I bought like 24 bottles of water for like 10 cents each, and I forgot to bring one with me, and so I just spent $5.42 for water. Alright. Gas is still expensive, but it's a lot cheaper than California. $4.99 for unleaded regular at the Circle K. Gosh, I paid at the Circle K as soon as I came into town. I paid for unleaded regular $5.29, I think, which was still cheaper than California, but it's even cheaper here. Of course, it is a day later, so maybe it changed since yesterday. I didn't film them, but there are definitely a lot of homeless people down here in this part of the Strip, on this part of the Strip. It's definitely a lot sketchier. This is that souvenir place I just walked by. You know, I've got such a long walk. I don't think I want to spend a half hour or so looking at all these shops right now and then carrying, if I bought anything, carrying it back to the hotel. So I think I will save that for the next trip. I'll add this to my list of things to do. Now I want to walk on the shady side of the street, but I'm not sure there is a shady side of the street. Now, this is, let's see, this it would be west, and that's east, so, well, it's actually noon right now, so I guess I'm going to be right in the sun no matter what side I'm on. Since my hotel's on the other side of the street, and I've been walking on the other side of the street, and the monorail's on the other side of the street, I think I'm going to walk back on that side of the street in case I want to try to hop onto the monorail. Then I'll be on the other side of the street where it's located. I think I'll walk all the way, but we'll see. I don't want to overdo it. I mean, like I said, I've already walked over, well, by now I bet I'm up to almost 12,000 steps, so that's a lot. I try to keep it at around 6,000, I think, if I can. Of course, on a trip like this, 10,000 would be normal, but this could be like 15,000, and I want to go walk tonight on the Strip to see all the lights. So, and I know my brother's going to be here tomorrow, and we're going to be walking all day long, so I don't want to totally overdo it before he even gets here. I've never had any issues before with walking, as far as not being able to walk, but I don't want to be so tired that I can't go out tonight to walk around. I think I will head back to the hotel and relax. Maybe I'll take a nap. I'm not tired or anything, but I think I'll eat something. I brought food with me. I'm not full, but I'm I'm not hungry. That breakfast this morning was pretty big. For me, you know, having bacon, that's kind of filling, and those pancakes and the eggs. But I think by the time I get back to the hotel room, I'll be hungry, so I'll have a little something to eat, maybe take a little nap, and then I'll go out for a walk at night, or it's sundown, sunset. Alright, so we already walked by Sahara. This is where I got off the monorail. This is the last stop for the monorail on the north end. Yeah, pretty nice. Yeah, walking there down by the Strat from the hotel back to Sahara was pretty sketchy. It didn't seem all that safe. A lot of people out, just a lot of homeless people laying around, and yeah, it didn't seem like the safest place to be walking. So this definitely seems like it's a lot nicer here. Although who knows, here where there's a lot more people, there might be a lot more pickpockets. You know, I'm always thinking about those kind of things. Things that I never thought about when I was young. Maybe I'm just older and wiser, as they say. At least when it comes to that, but on the other hand, I don't feel very wise when it comes to trying to find things here in Las Vegas, or pretty much anywhere. I'm constantly getting lost, and the directions don't make sense. But I mean, a lot of it, I don't think it is me, because there's a lot of people that I've seen trying to find things too. They're like, where are we? How do we get here? And they're constantly asking people too. You would think that with these people who work here getting asked questions over and over and over, in fact, yeah, I mean, I've talked to a few people, they say, yeah, it's just constant, it's never-ending questions from tourists, like, how do I get here? How do I get there? Where am I? And if you're getting thousands of people telling you they don't know where they are or how to get where they want to go, wouldn't you think they would say something to the people, you know, to their bosses, and maybe somebody would say something to somebody to let them know that they're not doing a good job with signage and with, you know, getting people around. Well, on the other hand, maybe they don't mind. Maybe they want it. Maybe they do want people to get. So I wonder what was here. Does anybody know? I know they just blew up one of the old hotels here recently in Vegas. It was probably this spot here, or maybe the one across the street. Let us know in the comments if you know. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so maybe the answer is it's probably intentional. They probably figure the more you get lost, the more you don't know where you are and you have to ask people, then you might stumble onto something else and end up buying something. It's always about money. So, you know, you might find something that you wouldn't have found or discovered otherwise. So yeah, maybe the whole thing is intentional to get you lost as much as possible. I don't know. I mean, just otherwise it seems kind of crazy, or maybe there's just so many people here and they're making so much money anyway, even if they get you lost and don't give you good directions, that they don't care. I don't know. What do you guys think? It is kind of interesting. I'm glad they have these little barricades here, you know, with these cars. I mean, this is a little bit like walking on the freeway. Well, you know, when it's not really crowded, when there's a lot of 70-something cars like these coming up here. Yeah, I don't know what's worse, having like traffic jam here all the time, or like a freeway. So where is Circus? Oh, okay, so Circus is up here. Yeah, I think I mentioned in one of the other videos that that's where I stayed the last time I was here, and that was 7 years ago, or 8 years ago. I thought it was just a couple of years ago. Time just goes by way too fast. So this is the Hilton here, doing construction there. There's a lot of construction going on here everywhere. Hall of Excellence. That's a really nice picture of Muhammad Ali. Oops, I just left. Alright, this looks nice. I'm finally in some shade here. Wonder what that is. Looks like Swiss cheese. Fontainebleau. These down here at this end seem to be more like just regular hotels, not like up at the other end of the strip. Everything is more like theme parks and much more fun and interesting. I guess these are for, well, maybe these are condos. Maybe they're not hotels. Yeah, it does say available. So it could be office buildings on the bottom. Maybe those are Grand Vacations. Yeah, I don't know. But I like the shade. I made the right call walking on this side of the street. There is still shade here, which is really nice. Fortunately, they got this music blasting out of the speakers onto the sidewalk, and this doesn't even seem to be a hotel, but I guess it is if it's the Fontainebleau. But yeah, why do they have to blast music out here? Is that to get you all excited so you want to go inside and gamble or something? All right, so Circus. Looks like they tore something down there. Back when I was here last, they had a hotel. Well, maybe that's still there. Yeah, I don't know what was there. But I'm enjoying this shade while it lasts. Even if it is too noisy for this cranky old retiree. I think I stayed at Circus last time just because it was so cheap. The Adventure Indoor Theme Park. I didn't even do anything when I was there. I didn't go see anything. I didn't, do anything at the hotel except Saint Laurent. Okay, so very upscale. They don't want the hotel to actually look like a hotel. That's cute. We had something similar in front of the Art Museum in Palm Springs. Remember that? It's quite a long time ago. I'm sure it was the same artist. Yves Saint Laurent. Yeah, lots of different experiences here, from like really, really upscale to really, and this is kind of funny that it's like right across the street from the Circus, which is kind of family, affordable, kind of the opposite end of the spectrum, right across the street from each other. I do remember that the room was pretty nice though. I mean, I think I remember that being pretty nice. Oh, Elvis Presley Boulevard. That's neat. And Conrad, I think that must be new. I don't remember that from the last time I was here. I mean, a lot of these places are new. Okay, the convention center, I don't remember that being there either, so that very well could have been new. Since the last time I was here. I don't know, could they have built that in 7 years? I don't know. Let's see.
Wait.
It's weird how the airplanes, the jets, fly right over the strip. It seems strange. Free circus acts. And what was over here? Look at this empty lot here. Was that a hotel? Was that one of the ones that just recently got blown up? It seems like there have been a couple lately. And what is that? Is that... That's kind of interesting. And look, here we are on the strip and no cars. It's a Wednesday midday. This is surprising because this is known for always being just completely packed, and maybe that's mostly on the weekends. I remember when I was here at Circus, I came out here walking and this was just packed all the time. and I could hardly even drive to get out of the hotel. It was so busy. I don't remember. Maybe I was here on a weekend. I don't know. So the convention center is right there. Yeah, I don't remember that at all. McDonald's right on the strip. I do like the idea of a red hotel. That's really eye-catching. It's very nice looking. That has to be new. I don't remember ever seeing that before. And what is Pink Box Donuts? Those look good. I haven't had a donut in years, so I probably should have a donut. Maybe instead of pancakes for breakfast, like I had this morning, maybe I should try a donut. There's just not enough days, not enough hours in the day to do all the things I'd like to do here. I do feel like a kid on vacation, a kid at Disneyland. I want to do everything, and there's only 3 days, 3 nights and 4 days. Yeah, that's pretty. Los Lobos, Speed of Light Tour. This is interesting that it says for leasing and event opportunities on the world famous strip. So this empty lot there, I guess could be, they could hold some really cool events. That actually would be neat. I wonder if they do that. Maybe they're just doing that until they sell the property. Or maybe it's always just going to be empty like that for events. Be a great location for it. I mean, I know we have tons of events in Palm Springs. That would be great to have something like that, you know, a large space like that in front of the convention center. It's kind of interesting to see a Ross and a 7-Eleven and a Denny's and a Walgreens right here on the strip, but I guess you need all those things, and if you're here in the hotel, you can just walk across the street or down the street. So I guess that makes sense. This is really interesting. It's like a big mall. This is kind of an interesting little section here. And it's like the further I walk, the further the guitar seems to get. The good prices probably there. Yeah, the hard rock guitar just seems to keep getting further away instead of closer. Yeah, this section seems more like Hollywood. So the Encore looks like it's missing a couple windows or something up there. Another vacant lot over here. Wonder if there was another hotel there that got demolished. That's an interesting church down there. That looks like it's from the 60s. To be riding a bicycle on this street. Wow, lots of daredevils out. Palazzo. Okay, I guess I'm getting closer to my destination. I wonder what they're building there. It looks like some kind of a entertainment stadium, or maybe it's already built and maybe it's outdoor and that's just lighting. Wow. Doesn't seem like I've walked very far, but I feel like I've been walking for an hour. Yeah, I guess my old legs are starting to catch up with me a little bit. I mean, I'm sure I can still make it, but yeah, starting to slow down a little bit. I'm gonna have to pace myself a little bit or I won't be able to walk with my brother tomorrow. This is really interesting. What is this? It looks like another mall, like the one across the street. Encore Beach, is that what it says? This all looks pretty new too. A lot of like malls here. Beach Club, Encore Beach Club. More music blasting out of every little flower bed. Just like Disneyland. I'm sure there has to be something about it. I'm sure it must. Oh, you know what? I see some butterflies here. Let's go see. It looks like a sculpture or something. Take a little break, and maybe if there's some shade, I'll sit in the shade and drink some more water. Oh, man. Yeah. I'm getting kind of winded here. Yeah, look at this. It looks like it's made of wood. Oh no, these are mosaics? Yeah, it looks... That's pretty. Look at that. Huh. This actually looks kind of like a Disneyland kind of Main Street kind of look, doesn't it? That's really pretty. I always like mosaics. Oh, here's some nice shade where I can drink some water. Lots of artwork here in Las Vegas, so that's nice. Lots of everything, really. Another thing I noticed is that there aren't a lot of benches here in Las Vegas, you know, where you can just sit and relax. Maybe they don't want you, you know, outdoors. Maybe they don't want you doing that. They want you to go inside. If you want to sit and relax, you have to go inside and sit at a slot machine or something, or a bar. I mean, I'm pretty sure that must be the reason, right? Otherwise, you would think they would have benches where you could sit. They've got everything else, but yeah, they don't want you sitting outside. They want you sitting inside, I'm guessing.
We could go walking through Windy Park, take a drive along the beach.
So the Wynn Plaza shops. Now this music is not only blasting from the hotel, but it's blasting from those speakers in the median. It's copyrighted music, so I'm gonna have to remove it, so you probably won't hear it. But yeah, there's very popular songs blasting in the median now. So maybe they want you to hear it even when you're in your car. Oh, I'm sure glad I walked on this side with all the shade here. I think it's around noon. Look at so the rainbow stairways. Yeah, there's a rainbow stairway. That's really cool. Going up to the Happy Camper. Well, I guess the Happy Camper is down below. Not nice. Very nice. I am enjoying the shade on this side, so that's nice. Even if they don't have benches, at least they've got shade. I'm sure if they figured out a way to get rid of the shade, they would, so it would force you to go inside for a little shade, you know? Oh, double-decker bus, that's kind of neat. That's the wind. Looks like a forest there. Oh, is this the sand? Yeah, look at that. This might be the... No, I guess this one goes across there. Wasn't there one that goes across the other way though, where I was earlier today? Let me go over here this way. It seems like it's shadier. Oh, nice and shady. Nice fountains. Wow, look at that. That is really pretty. Was I here earlier? No, this is the wind. Huh. Okay, no, I haven't been here. Esplanade. And it looks like they've got a fountain here as well, probably at night. And it feels nice and cool. Definitely looks like Disneyland, though, doesn't it? Yeah, it seems like this was like a bridge that went over the Sahara or the sands, I guess. I guess Sahara is where I went. That was the last monorail stop. Yeah, this is pretty, isn't it? I bet the fountain's really nice. Or maybe it's not a fountain, maybe it's just lights. Either way, I'm sure it's nice. Yeah, okay. I did see this earlier and I didn't go across this way. Sure beats waiting for the lights. Yeah, definitely better than waiting at the light. In fact, there's not even, you can't even wait at the light. I didn't notice that. That's smart. They should do that at all of these really long crosswalks like this. Then they give you access to the hotels too, where you can buy things and spend money, which more than pays for the bridge, I'm sure. Yeah, I guess this street was just way too wide. Well, they probably had to, the light had to be really long for people to walk, and it probably disrupted traffic. And that looks like a major street there. Venetian Resort. Oh, nice, more shade. And you can even take escalators. You don't even have to move your legs, which right now, that's kind of nice. Definitely a feast for the eyes, huh? Maybe I will go ahead and walk a little bit. Ooh, more shade. You know, I need some water, so let me stop here and have a little water. And this is like sort of a bench. Closest thing I've seen to a bench today, I think. If you've stayed in any of these hotels, feel free to leave your comments in the comment section, your reviews in the comments section. Which hotels you liked or didn't like and why. So far, I really like the Flamingo a lot, and it's my first time staying there that I remember. It's possible that I stayed there decades ago with friends, because I know we did stay here at a couple of different hotels, and I just can't remember which ones we stayed in. Isn't that weird to have a vacation here in Las Vegas and not even remember it? And I don't think it was because we were partying too much. I think it was just because it was a long time ago and I'm old. So yeah, this used to be pretty cool. They had like didn't they have what was it, I can't even think, volcano. Yeah, you know, that very strange word, volcano. Didn't they used to have a volcano there, or was it next door? Treasure Island. Wait, that is Treasure Island. Yeah, I don't know, or maybe the volcano was where the guitar is now. If any of you remember, share. Yeah, my memory is like, I can't remember.
That's going to end up being a lot of food.
And I don't know if it's just because of my age or just because I've done so many things over the years, you know, they all just start blending in and you forget certain things. Or maybe certain trips aren't as memorable as others. I do remember volcano somewhere. Maybe I just haven't gotten to it yet. But it seems like it was like right around here. Yeah, it's probably one of the things that is no longer there. Treasure Island. Free parking. Okay, that's good. Most of the other parking is not that bad. $20 for 24 hours. That's not bad, I don't think, these days. But yeah, on the other hand, it really should be free. They're making so much money here. But I don't know if hotels ever give free parking, or rarely. Yeah, Treasure Island, that's a pretty big draw, I would think. Alright, let me stop here in the shade for a little bit. I'm getting close, but yeah, I actually will be very glad when I'm back in the hotel room and I can take off my shoes and relax a little bit. Palazzo. So Cirque du Soleil is over there at the Treasure Island. There are so many shows. If you wanted to see all these shows, you'd probably have to stay here a week or more, because a lot of them, I think, are on at the same time. You know, most of them, they're on at night, right? It's too bad they don't have more like in the day for us old folks. Yeah, I think if like Donny Osmond and some of the others that I've talked about wanting to say, if they did like a matinee, like a there's not even any cars that are coming. If they did like a matinee, a noon or 1 or 2 o'clock matinee, that would definitely be much more appealing to me. But I think most people here in Vegas are here for the nightlife. They like to go out and do stuff at night. I'm not a night person, as you know. So they have another pedestrian bridge. So they have a couple pedestrian bridges, which are nice. Kenny Chesney at the Sphere. Yeah, if you can figure out how to get there. I do think it's probably more just for concerts and stuff, and more for evening things. Like, I think the first showing of Wizard of Oz is like at 5 o'clock. Isn't it like 5 and 8 o'clock? Did I walk through here? Don't think so. Okay, I'm getting closer. I see Hera's. I see the guitar again. Wow, that is going to be so spectacular once it's completed. Alright, so I'm back where I was this morning. Not back to the Flamingo yet, but getting close. That is so blue. That is so pretty. That is really nice. This is a Wednesday around noon, so not too many people. Oh, well, I do see a couple. Here's a couple here. Enjoying the sun. I wonder if it goes back behind there. Another couple over there. Yeah, that's really pretty. Hey, my shirt is the same as that guy over there. Maybe I could get a job here as a gondolier. Is that what they're called? Someone's protesting something. Is that another pedestrian bridge? Oh, these people have a good idea. A little cart, that's what I need. Rent me red, whoops. Yeah, it's not that busy day, but it's, you know, it's a Wednesday midday. I think it's about the same as yesterday. Most people are probably at the convention center today, and then tonight the streets will probably really get crowded. My feet and legs are getting so sore though. I sure hope I can go out tonight and do a little bit more walking. I may not be able to walk very far, but I'll do what I can. Look at this advertisement. What is that? Neutral. A little bit more shade up ahead. Yeah, I'm not sure if me getting tired has more to do with walking or just walking in this heat. It's very warm. In fact, let me see what the temperature is. It's only 82 degrees, so not bad, but in the sun, in the direct sun, it feels like about 92, and under this hat, even hotter. So that's why I'm so hot. As long as I can walk in the shade, it's not bad. It's actually a very pleasant day. And I just checked my app and I've walked. Oh shoot, I've already forgotten. God, I am getting old. I just checked like a second ago. I think I'm up to 16,000 steps and like 6 miles or 7 miles. I don't know. When I get back to the hotel, I'll share what the total is for the day. It's a lot though already. Much more than my 10,000, which I already feel is too much. So this is going to be almost double that probably. By the time I get back to the hotel, it could be up to 20,000 steps today. Yeah, way too much. I have to pace myself. So, and my brother Robert, he likes to walk really fast, so he may have to go walking on his own while I lay by the pool waiting for him. There are so many places that would be perfect for benches, like right here or right there. There's lots of really nice shady places, but it just occurred to me, I bet the reason is that they probably don't want, like homeless people sitting on the benches, laying on the benches, sleeping on the benches. I bet that's probably the main reason, or at least one of the main reasons why they don't have any benches anywhere. Because benches do, yeah, they really do attract the homeless. Okay, here's where I had breakfast this morning. They're still blasting out loud music like they were this morning. Okay, quite a lot of people out walking.
Get your player's card from any slot attendant now.
Canyon. So many things to do here. Valley of Fire.
The first $20 is on us. Yes, that's right. Our carded slot and video poker players are instantly awarded $20 in player payback.
I'm going against the stream here.
For the first $20 alone.
But I'm staying in the shade.
We'll reimburse your first $20 of loss by crediting $20 in player payback free slot play to your club card instantly. That's right now. Not tomorrow, not next trip, but now. Player payback credits are instantly added to your club card.
I don't know if I'll let this video just run the entire walk or if I'll edit it down. I guess I'll have to decide later. I know some of you do like just watching long walking videos. I know a lot of you don't like these videos, so that's why I do a variety, because I like both. I like shorter videos, I like longer videos, so why not just do everything? I mean, I'm just sharing my life, what I'm doing. This is what I happen to be doing right now. Wow. I'm definitely going against the stream, but I guess everybody else wants to be in the shade too. Well, there's quite a bit of shade right here. There are a lot of people going in that direction. I wonder how long it will take them to complete that guitar. They've really made a lot of progress. I saw a video that someone made back, was it 6 months ago? And yeah, it was about half that height. So I think maybe another year or so, they should be completed, I would think. Oh look, RuPaul at the Flamingo, that's cool. So, shoot, I missed it. Is RuPaul going to be here, or was it just Drag Race live? That would be fun. That's really cute. Oh wow, no free Bible course. God. Not a lot of loud music like yesterday, so that's nice. That's funny, the Empire strips back. That's funny. I made it back to the hotel. Just barely. And I see I've got my Zoom on. Look how long that hallway is. Home sweet home. Now I was having a problem with the AC yesterday. It's up to 73. It's weird. I don't think this is working. It feels really hot in here right now. So I turned it down a little bit, and then last night I turned it up to 80 so it would cool down. It never cooled down. It showed that it was 71 degrees the whole night. So that's way too cold for me. But anyway, you see the mess I've made. Let me change it to some cooler clothes. Okay, 17,600 and some odd steps I got. Almost 7.5 miles, so definitely a good walk today. I finished my $5 bottle of water, $5.42 bottle of water. I know there were a bunch of other things that I wanted to talk about before ending this video, but I'm delirious. I completely forget what they are. I need to take a shower and cool down. And then we're probably going to eat something, take a nap, and decide later if I'm going to walk around the Strip. I'll probably go over to the Bellagio Fountains. It's right across the street. And I'll definitely do that, at least that. Well, I shouldn't say definitely. I could fall asleep, take a nap, and not wake up till tomorrow morning. But it was a good walk, good day. All right, thanks for joining me on another walk, and I will see you on the next video.